we have some very interesting breaking news. This is from the Washington, D.C. CBS affiliate, Eyeball News, D.C. A Fast and Furious gun has been found at a site where Mexican beauty queen was killed. A gun found at the scene of a shootout between a Mexican drug cartel and soldiers where a beauty queen died was part of the botched Fast and Furious operation, CBS News reports. Authorities said that Maria Susana Flores Gomez was likely used as a human shield and that an automatic rifle had been found near her body after the November 23rd shootout. CBS News has learned the Romanian AK-47 type rifle found near her body was purchased by Uriel Patino at an Arizona gun shop in 2010. Uriel Patino is a suspect who allegedly purchased 700 guns while the ATF watched. Now, I don't know where this happened. It's CBS Washington affiliate. But let's just see if there's any outrage about this. This is a gun that ended up in the hands of drug cartel members as a result of the Obama administration Fast and Furious program. Now, for those of you new to the program, you don't know what Fast and Furious is, let me briefly describe it. Fast and Furious was a plan implemented by Obama and Eric Holder. It essentially allowed guns to be purchased legally in Arizona gun shops and then illegally walked across the border to be sold or given to Mexican drug cartels. And you might say, why would they do that? Exactly. What possible reason? Now, the regime says that they were doing this in order to find out where the drug cartels were. But there's a problem because they weren't tracking the guns. They didn't know where the guns ended up specifically. Yet they intended them to end up in the hands of drug gangs. Now, I can't be sure. No one can. But the logical thinking is that what the administration hoped for was that some of these guns would be used in the commission of crimes where many people were injured or killed. The news would report it, and the stories would say guns purchased legally and easily in Arizona end up in the hands of drug cartel members who use the guns to murder and injure innocent civilians, and Americans were to be outraged, rise up in anger, and say, we've got to do something about it. That was the plan. The polling data in this country, even now, is all in favor of the Second Amendment. Polling data, there is no vast majority for gun control. But Obama and Eric Holder and the Democrat Party hate guns and they hate the Second Amendment. So Fast and Furious was an end run. It was a public relations attempt. Create a bunch of gun violence with American guns bought legally and therefore easily, and outrage the American people. In fact, let me be blunt. The objective of Fast and Furious was to create the very emotional pitch people experienced after what happened in Newtown on Friday. That is exactly what Fast and Furious was intended to do, was to create that kind of reaction all over the country. It didn't. An American Border Patrol agent was killed, and now the administration and Eric Holder are stonewalling the investigation into just what the hell happened and why, and whose idea it was, and every aspect of it. And so now we have a gun, part of the administration's Fast and Furious program, that has been found at a site where a Mexican beauty queen was killed, being used as a human shield. in a battle between drug gangs. And so our question, let's just wait and see. This story just broke a half hour ago. We'll see if the media picks up on this. We'll see if the media is outraged by this. This is a Mexican beauty queen, the essence of innocence. Gunned down as a human shield, with a gun purchased in an Arizona gun shop, easily, and walked across the border to a drug gang. And they know who had the gun. This Uriel Patino. They know it was a Fast and Furious AK-47. By the way, not a Bushmaster 123, but an AK-47. An AK-47, like hundreds of others, essentially shipped to drug cartels by the administration. And let's just see now. Let's just see if the usual suspects get all whipped into a tizzy over this senseless death. This unfortunate murder that would not have happened if we had strict gun control laws in this country, they will say. Oh, except they won't say that. I'll bet you don't hear much about this story outside of this program.